Uganda is the second largest producer of fresh fruits and vegetables in sub-Saharan Africa, after Nigeria producing about 5.3 million tons per year, according to the recent Food and Agriculture statistics. Mango is one of the best fresh fruit grown in Uganda on a large scale, and it is the most widely distributed of all the fruits in Uganda. An evergreen tree marked as the queen fruit in tropical and subtropical areas of the world is locally known as omuyembe. With its colorful and delicious fruit, mango tree gives an attractive shape in the home landscape due to its rounded canopy shape. In Uganda, mangoes are grown extensively mostly in the east and north of the country and some parts of the central region, especially Luwel and Masaka districts. Mangoes are the most common in Uganda, with almost every household having one or more trees in their homesteads. Mango trees are vigorous in nature and require less maintenance than other commercial fruit tree farming business. It is tolerant to soil-borne diseases and compatible with many improved varieties. Seed is readily available and cheap, and it has a good root system with a long taproot. Mangoes can bring in more revenue due to its high market value and high demand. Since it's a seasonal fruit, it's highly perishable and value addition is necessary to avoid losses. Some of the value-added products that can be made from mango fruits at the farm level include mango juices, dessert, sliced, packed and dried mangoes, among others. Mango tree begins fruit production in 3 years and forms fruit quickly. But for you to be able to produce the best fruit, what are the best practices for growing mangoes?
To me, I believe we are supposed to follow the complete value chain, from the seed, the nursery, the orchard, then juice at the table.
These include preparation of nursery beds, seed collection, soil management, planting procedures, control of seedling density, use of fertilizers, irrigation and pest control. Sometimes they may also include root pruning. A good nursery practice is to mix soil with inactive material like sand and a rich material such as well-decomposed organic matter. Let's get all the details from our farmer.
My dream since 1996 was to make fresh juice from locally grown fresh fruits, grown in our farm and grown by the community. So we realized that the only option is to come and we organize a nursery where we raise the right seedlings, true to species and true to variety. That's why we are starting our journey today in the nursery. This is the nursery of guava, where we have 600,000 guava seedlings, which we raise to plant for ourselves and also to sell to the community. At times our people here have no money, but at times we want to thank private sector foundation and UN Women. At times they come in and buy seedlings for the community, and we bring them. We show them how to make the seedlings, starting from harvesting from our mother garden. We have a mother garden for guavas where we pick the seeds, we process them, we pot them, we raise them. Now these are the ones which are growing for the next season. We have the one which are like 400,000, which we are already distributing in the community. So to me, I believe we are supposed to follow the complete value chain, from the seed, the nursery, the orchard, then juice at the table. If you don't raise the seedling the way it is supposed to be raised, you will make a loss. For example, if a citrus is budded from the down part, and when you are planting, the soil enters, that citrus will never grow, and it will get diseases until you lose. Even mangoes, when you graft it, when it's not 1.5 foot high, when you graft it down and you go and plant and the soil enters, it will give you challenges and you will make loss and you will never make any profit out of it. For us, we realize as Delight Uganda Limited, the only option to select the right seeds. We raise the rootstock. If it is for mango, we do the grafting. When the rootstock is tall enough, and we go to our garden, we have also another garden where we cut the scions. Then we do the grafting and we raise a right seedling ready to be planted and to give you profit. That's why we could not sit in Kawempe where we process and package here as juice. We had to come and demonstrate and do it so that we have the right variety of the mangoes. Like we have apple mango. When you make juice from apple mango, you really get the flavor, the scent, because the way we have taken care of it. For me as a mother, I believe when you are doing farming, you handle those delicate seedlings like this one, the way you handle your baby, you take care. And even during my training, I always tell the girls, please, the way you take care of your babies and the way you love them, the way you should take care of these seedlings, because it is this guava seedling you are raising, you are planting in your orchard, and which will give you money to pay school fees and also to empower your family. To me, I believe in a complete value chain of fruits, and that is the only way which will help us to have the good juice in the market, to have the good dried mangoes, citrus, and everything you raise, even the export. Me, one thing I want to say, we need to be practical. That's what we are lacking as Ugandans. And the day we decide to be practical, we do it to the dot. That is the time we start enjoying agriculture and we start saying, yes, this is our strength as Ugandans.
Yes, so Mama, take us through the basics of starting a nursery bed.
The basics of starting a nursery bed, you need to have a mother garden where I will take you, where we pick the guavas when they are ready. After getting them, we remove the frays. We put them in a dry place, not under sunshine, but where we dry them in an open area where we keep them for about 1 week. Then from there, we bring them, we prepare the soil. We always pick the damped soil. As in here in Acholi land, there is always erosion, but you find where the fertile soil has been damped, or in the forest where we pick the soil, then we do the potting. After potting, then the guava germinates, then we start taking care of it. The way you have seen here, we have the sprinklers, it must get water, at least every evening it must have water, we must weed it and take care of it. And you use the right pot. Then after, when it is 6 months, we take it to the garden to plant. And our students, those are our farmers, A majority are young mothers in the community. We bring them, we train them, we show them how we do it. After, when it is growing, at times the root goes on the ground. So we also train them how to root prune. You cut the root and you organize it, and the time of planting you must be ready. That's why now we started planting from 1st of August. By 15th of September, we shall have closed the planting, because we are going to have a dry season that is from January up to March. But the guava will have catch properly. I will take you also to the mangoes, because we raise guava seedlings. We raise mango seedlings like apple mango, tomiatkin, zillet. Then we also raise different varieties of citrus.
Do we have different types of nursery beds? Because we see some people, they raise soil like a bit high and then they put in the soil, just plain soil. And then
that one, that is where you raise the seeds to grow, then you do the pricking. But for us, we don't want to do that, because one, you do the direct potting. Instead of disorganizing it, it has grown, then you pull it out. But there are other things where you have to sow them in the bed. Then after the bed, then you put them in the pot. But for us, for the guavas, we do direct potting. Even the avocado, we have potted, we do direct potting. It's better than doing double work.
do we like put all plants in nursery bed or just?
No, it's only the seedlings, like the mangoes, the rootstock. The rootstock for mangoes, we use kagogwa. Kagogwa is a local variety which has hardened, which grows naturally. And when it grows at around 3 feet, that's when we bring the scion from a mature mango, which is about 8 to 10 years. If you use a scion from a mango which is 4 years, your mangoes will not come out well. So the mother garden where you are picking the scion actually is supposed to be from 8 years to 15 years. Then you pick, you come and do the grafting. At the right height, you do it right, then you have a mango. You must know what to do and how to do it, and at the right time. When you do things in the right way, one, it starts with the soil you are using. We said we always go to the forest or where there is a damp, where the soil there is fertility. And when there is fertility, you can raise them without using a lot of pesticide or insecticide. Insecticide, yes, they will come and we spray them. But at least it depends on the fertility and how you prepare the soil, yes. Now, these are jackfruit. We are raising them. And I will take you. We shall go to the other side.
After discovering how to prepare a nursery bed, plant and take care of it, our farmer takes us through the different types of mangoes in a nursery bed.
So here we had 30,000 mango seedlings. This is apple mango. We are going to distribute it today. From here we are going to the community, and you will see the girls receiving and going to plant.
Apple mango?
Yes, this is apple mango, yes. The other one is tomiatikin, yes.
What of these ones that bring out big mangoes? How do you call it?
That is a fenaro. That one is very big, but the best mango, I look at apple and tomiatikin.
Did you know that someone can make money in the nursery bed even before he or she transplants to the main garden?
We get the mango, we put it in the nursery, we put it in the big pots. After putting it in the big pots, it grows out. When it grows, I sell this one at 100,000. There is a time I was so broke. Somebody came, he said, "Hey, I need 100. I said, "Okay, give me the 10 million. And I got the 10 million. You see, like this one, this is in the nursery.
So this is still nursery?
Yes, the root passed down. And it is feeding from down, and at times it gives us mangoes. It has flowered and it will give us mangoes. But when somebody comes, we have to dig it down. We put it in a big drum and we sell it. You remember during Chogam, how they were importing things from South Africa. For us, we are ready. If you want a mango, which will give you a mango tree, which will give you mango next year, come, give me 100,000 and I pack it for you. Go and put at your compound.
Still surprised. Nursery bed, grown-up man.
Yeah. I was stranded. I had failed to pay my workers. But when somebody came and bought, I said, yeah. So we must find a way how to make money. As the situation and the economy becomes harder, you must think ahead of time and plan ahead of time. Like now I'm going to Portmore, which I will sell next year or after 2 years. It will also help me to make money.
Being a prominent large-scale farmer, she grows a variety of crops besides mangoes in a nursery bed. This one looks new to my eyes.
Wow.
About this plant?
This plant, it cures cough and flu. As I said, we have 518 medicinal trees. Whatever cures our lives, we always plant. So this is where we raised it in the nursery, and in our medicinal garden it is there. So we raise them from here, then we go and plant. This is Mudarasini. It's very, very good. So we also have 20 acres of Mudarasini. We put in tea, but also it's another medicine, and we are going also to start packing tea bags using Mudarasini. So whatever we are going to do and pack, process, we start with the mother garden. We raise them from the nursery, then we take them to our forest. From there, we start be cutting. We want to be true to nature. You get the right raw material, you process and pack. That is our complete value chain we are pursuing.
Do they also take like 5 months?
Those ones, they take many years. Now, I want to show you a wonderful tree. In Ghana, it is protected by the World Bank. This is Prunus africana, the one I told you. It cures cancer and many diseases. Here we have it in the nursery. Actually, we had 100,000 Prunus africana. We have planted. This is what is remaining. So in 2 weeks' time, we shall have planted each and everything. So I want to appeal to Ugandans. Let us go back to the earth. Let us restore nature. If you know this is a tree which cures cancer, why can't you go and plant it? We are going to make our riparian buffer, and we plant. These are the medicinal trees we are going to plant around.
Like if you plant it in the garden, how long does it take?
It can take From 6 years, you can still start cutting. Even now, when you have a problem, you can still cut and use part of it, but to do it for commerce. It is a tree which grows up to 10 to 50 years. So you can get the bark, you process it. Last month I got an order. People wanted 40 feet of Prunus africana. I could not have it. I said, okay, I have missed the deal, but let me plant. Maybe my grandchildren will benefit out of it. That's why we are raising them and we are going to plant. And I also donate it to our dear ones. Now another one, I want to show you a wonderful fruit. Do you know this fruit?
Like grapes?
Yes. We are making juice from the grapes, and we are multiplying them. We raised a lot, but we have planted. And as a farmer, you need to plant at the right season. Can you see it is even flowering in the nursery, and we are enjoying it. Yeah, you can pick one and chew it.
It does not take long.
It does not take long, and now we are multiplying. All here it was full, but we have planted. So I want to appeal, my fellow Ugandans, as the life becomes harder in Kampala, as money expire, get lost, we have to wake up. This is the time we have to wake up and we go and work. Me, I'm happy to be here because now I'm out of stress. You are not going to see the URI man on you when you are in your farm. No. And you are not going to see KCCA chasing you away when you are in the farm. Yeah. So I want to appeal, fellow Ugandans, let us work. Let us try to plant. Let us use our land. I want to tell you here in Noya, you find somebody with 200 acres, stealing only 2 acres. But we are trying now to sensitize the community, to work with them, to encourage them. That's why we build our institute, so that people can learn how to do it. They do it, they make money. And when they make money and you work together, for me, I always tell the women, you are my business partners. Because when their mangoes are ready, their citrus are ready, their guavas, we shall never fight. Their children will eat from their parents, and they will sell to me. I will give them money and I will make money. Then it will be a happy community. I believe in that, and that's why I decided to come here. I know the journey has been tough. It's so tough, but one thing I want to tell you, I will be there. Because when you start everything with a prayer, I have prayed for 4 years. And people were asking me, Adieri, every year, whoever comes to the farm, you take them to the factory site to pray. I said, yes. As a believer, you start with a prayer. And God has a reason why at times He don't answer our prayers. Maybe the time has not come. Maybe you as a human being, what you see is not what things should be. That's why I believe in being patient as a farmer. I believe in working hard, and I believe in empowering others, because I'm an entrepreneur who is empowered. I've traveled the whole world under the NGOs fund. I have marketed Uganda. Now, if I can't be there for that girl at the grassroots, really, will I be a responsible Christian? And even you've come here. What have you learned? Haven't you admired a seedling producing in the nursery?
So, Mama, tell us if someone wants to grow these grapes.
For us, it's a business. We raise in the nursery. We have the institute. Come and learn from us. We show you how to do it. You buy, you go and plant. And we have agri-tourism. Even we have accommodation. You pay 100,000. You enter the farm. You eat. You drink. We have all variety of fruits. We have all, you start from the jennifer's, the turkeys, you have everything. Come and eat, enjoy. We take you even where the 2 rivers kiss each other. We are going there. And then you go home and also duplicate the same model at your home and you'll be happy. Thank you.
So did these things have like 2 types or like?
The grapes, there are 2 types. Yes. And also here, this is another, this is also Prunus africana, which is still young. Yes, they are also growing. We also have Kabaka and Jagala, although majority has been planted. This one, Kabaka, anjagala, ayagala nze kabaka. It produces the best nuts you've ever seen. And we are also planting at the buffer at the river. And also we have, what is this tree? At times I get lost. This one, my husband knows it better. This one. And also we have, we also raise ceremonial trees. This is a very big tree. We are also going to plant. You have to decorate your home. Have good tall trees.
Oh, these are the ones that grow in the compound?
Yes, and this one, we also raise them and also sell them. We also have, I love this cat tree so much. It's very beautiful in the compound. When I look at our neighbor local, they have that tall tree. I really love it. We also have bamboo. We are going to put at our fence. We are also raising in the nursery.
Remember, we are supposed to follow the complete value chain from the seed to the nursery, the orchard, and finally we have the juice on the table. Let's find out more about Mrs. Adieli, her farm, inspiration, and why she decided to practice farming in our next episode. My name is Krishi Takahaman, and this is Farm Smart.